Hello people, I'm going to be doing something that I kind of want to do it for a while. I'm going to be reviewing Sonic comics. Now, I may start off a bit awkward since this is my first review of a comic. Now I'm going to be starting off with 230, where things in the story got a bit hectic. From looking at the cover of it, I have to say it looks pretty cool, and especially for Sonic's 20th anniversary. Don't know why, because during that time when the comic came out, it's been November. Anyway, I mean, you could see Metal Sonic there, Sonic doing a very flexible kick to Silver Sonic, and Sonic there with a white glow. And spoiler alerts if you haven't read this issue yet. But by this time, if you're a fan, I'm pretty sure you probably read it. Alright, so let's get inside and see. Now, since this was, and before this, there was this entire Genesis arc, like, to remind you if you missed all those issues from 226 all the way to 229. Another spoiler alert if you haven't read those. So since the universe, the entire universe kind of reset itself into another dimension, Eggman did that and Sonic stopped him. And so Sonic pretty much went back to the main dimension. So, and for some reason, it also gives them a few seconds when Sally got shot. I don't know why, but if they just left her dead, fans would probably be pissed. So the title is called 2 Steps Back, and I kind of find that very ironic since the 225 was named 1 Step Forward. And since he had a few seconds, Sonic saved Sally, of course. And so they're just pretty much going along with the plan, and I like how since in 229 Sonic wrote Hi Sal on the window, and on the computer now, since he reversed time kind of, on the computer it says Hi Sal. I kind of find that pretty detailed. And I find this pretty funny since Sonic figured out Eggman's trick. He's trying to reverse the universe again. He can't do that, of course. And actually, he just wanted the universe to be rebooted again. And let's just say this is a sign saying that Eggman is still kind of crazy, since you could see those red eyes, but he manages to keep it under control. So he also keeps going with his plan. Next page, Sonic and Sally are trying to do the best that they can from stopping Robotnik from roboticizing the world, since he's still got that technology still. And so they go into the elevator, and they're wondering what kind of machine would Eggman use to the planet, like hidden cannon, and they actually find a world roboticizer. I don't know how he builds that technology, but they say he's got a 300 IQ, but to be honest, I kinda doubt it. Now, Eggman comes along as well to meet them, and Sonic is wondering, how are you going to roboticize the world since you don't have the technology to do that anymore? So they both wonder that, and this is where Eggman kind of gets a little dark. I mean, that's kind of saying, well, that's Eggman for you. But I mean a little more dark, like a lot more crazy. But he's sane this time, if that makes any sense. And he's telling them that giant flash of light, that was just only phase 1. And they're wondering, well, what's the rest of the plan? So actually, he tells them their plan. He tells them that I'm going to roboticize something that is already roboticized, actually. Now, well, roboticize anything that is mechanical. So anything that's pretty much mechanical, like, yeah, just mechanical. And Sally's got like this giant shock on her face saying that, oh man, I remember what happened last time when he actually tried that. And the Sally mini arc, there was a robot clone of Sally, and Eggman didn't even know that. He tried to roboticize that, thinking that was the real Sally, but it was just a robot, and the robot exploded. And since that was mechanical, almost the entire city of New Metropolis is all mechanical. So is Bunny, Sonic's dad, Jules, and a lot of other things in the world. So basically, he's pretty much just doing a giant world explosion with just one beam. And that's just pretty cruel, actually. And all of G-Wen will also blow up, just all of it. So Shadow, Rouge, Omega, Hope, and the rest, they'll all be affected by that blast. And also, as I said, since New Metropolis is pretty much made of nanites from the coal, that's pretty much mechanical stuff, that'll also explode. That's pretty dangerous. So if Nicole goes, I'm pretty sure the entire city will as well. And, well, that's just pretty cruel of Eggman, and that's saying a lot. Just from a guy who went insane for a couple of issues and just came back with a devastating plan. And since Sonic gets angry, I mean, like, even more angry, he tries to attack Eggman, but yet again, another Metal Sonic comes out of the works to attack Sonic, and even Sonic says it, I'm getting tired of these Metal Sonics, which I pretty find funny. Not also Metal Sonic, Silver Sonic comes back from that blast earlier in the issue. So Sonic's having two times the trouble as before. If he had trouble with one Metal Sonic, he's got to fight Silver Sonic. And even Eggman says, having trouble there, Rodent? And he actually thinks about it, and he's like, wait a minute, where's Princess Sally? And so he goes searching for him, but Sonic pretty much follows his plan, and he's wondering, where's Sally? Why isn't she coming up with a plan or helping me? She actually escaped and no one noticed it. So she's pretty much under the tiles, and this is where things pretty much fall from here. Since the World Roboticizer will do its thing in about a couple of minutes, Sally does the ultimate sacrifice that will pretty much change the comic for a while so far, from what I'm seeing. she just does the ultimate sacrifice to save pretty much everyone in the world, but at the same time, it affects a lot of the world, which is pretty heroic for her. And Nicole is like, well, I can't do this, since Nicole is hacking into the thing and trying to find a way to fire it somewhere else at the world. The roboticizer hits itself, basically, but it'll affect someone in the process. And even Nicole wouldn't be fine doing that, since Sally is pretty much her best friend. And this is where it comes into play. Metal Sonic and Silver Sonic pin Sonic down. Eggman doesn't care where Sally is. He knows that I'm going to win, and I'm going to win no matter what. And Nicole, she actually redirects the laser, and she actually types in there, sorry if you can't see this because of the glare, it actually says, "Goodbye, my friend," which is saying as, I don't know why I'm doing this, but if you know you could do this, do it. And she's actually remembering the times that she had with Sonic, and she presses that button, and it happens. And finally, the roboticizer, it fires its laser, and Robotnik does his thing, but he noticed something's going wrong since it's affecting Metal Sonic and Silver Sonic, and the Death Egg just has a huge explosion in it, and Tails is wondering, alright, they must have done it. I wonder where Sonic and Sally are. Until he finds out. I'm almost done here. Sorry if I'm taking too long with this. Sorry about that. Snively is talking on the radar and on the radio thing, and he's saying all systems are still online, but the Death Egg, it can't really hold much in the air any longer, saying that we don't have much time up here if we're gonna stay on here. And Eggman is wondering, well, if I pretty much destroyed myself, I got rid of that hedgehog, but of course, that doesn't happen. And Sonic got a few bruises here and there, but he actually says, hey look, we win again. And this is where Eggman tries to get a bit insane again. He, pulls out a sharp object from the explosion and tries to hit Sonic with it, but Sonic hits Eggman, though. And he's actually telling Eggman, win don't you ever learn, Eggman. You never win, and you will never win. And as he's pretty much smack-talking him, a hand comes out of the pieces of the Death Egg. And Eggman is just laughing like crazy, because I may not have won, but I actually won, something you don't have. And Sonic has the most shocking face ever I've seen. Sally actually roboticized herself, and the first thing she says, hedgehog, priority 1. And that's where it pretty much ends. So, thank you for at least watching this. I thank you for your time, and goodbye.